Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. Matthew here, and the topic of today's video is a 18-month ownership review of my BMW X5. So let's jump right into it. All right, so today we're going to be talking about my BMW X5, or to be more precise, my wife's BMW X5. We got this back in September of 2019. We actually looked at a BMW X5 several years ago. It was the previous generation before they did a redesign in 2019, and my wife was just not a fan of it. She really liked this updated look. You can see on the front it's got the great big grille, which in my opinion looks pretty cool. And this was the big grille before the new big grille, which is the bucktooth grille that they put on the M3 and M4. I've seen pictures of it and can't say I'm a fan of the pictures, but I'm gonna hold off judgment until I actually see one in person, because sometimes I see vehicles and I don't like the pictures, but once I see them in person, they actually end up looking much better. So the jury's still out on that one. So I'm actually a really big fan of BMW overall. I've owned a 3 Series in the past, and one of my dream cars is an M2 competition. Which I think, just everything about that car is absolutely perfect, and definitely plan on owning one someday. Now, as far as issues, we've only really had one major issue, and it's under warranty. Obviously, everything was handled properly at the dealership. So I think it was about, after we'd had it for about 6 months, there was a warning light that came on for something about a passenger restraint. So I took it to the dealership just figuring it was going to be no big deal. But it actually ended up being a short on the line to the lower driver airbag. So this ended up actually being a really big deal. They had to pull out the entire dash and kind of rewire some of that to get that fixed. So luckily it's under warranty. I can't imagine how much, having that in the shop for a week at the dealership, pulling the dash out, how much that would have cost us. But like I said, it was all taken care of, and really no issues since. The other problem, which was a problem for me, it wasn't a real problem. The loaner car they gave us was a X3M, which makes this look pretty boring by comparison, especially for enthusiasts. If you've heard the exhaust on those, you'll know that it sounds really awesome, and this is definitely much more comfortable to drive and have the family and all that, but has a lot of fun. But it like I said, made this look pretty boring by comparison. So overall looks, it's pretty sharp. Aside from the grille, I also really like the lines on the hood that really give it kind of an aggressive look. Also really like the color, the granite. I believe it's granite metallic. Then the engine is a V6 turbocharged, 335 horsepower. It's when you drive it, I mean, you're definitely not lacking in power, but I'd definitely be interested to, at some point, test drive one of these with the V8 engine in it. Now, hopping into the interior, you can see it's pretty spacious in the second row, even with a child seat in the back. I am 6'5" and actually fit fairly comfortably in the second row. So there's plenty of room back here. You can also see the sunroof is absolutely massive, which is a really cool touch in here. And then the beige sheets, which I wasn't really a fan of at first, but they've really grown on me. I really like the look of this in the interior with the beige seats, and then the black carpet, and the rest of the trim is in black. Jumping in at the back here, one really nice touch is they have a fold down tailgate on this, which you don't see very often. The other nice thing is this has kind of a cargo cover back here that just kind of slides through like this. Very nice. All right, jumping into the driver's seat next. One of the things I have to mention that I like most about this car is the key. This is one of the coolest keys I've seen on a vehicle. It looks like something that really belongs with a spaceship or something. But very cool, love it. It's really solid, feels very premium compared to other keys I have. So really a big fan of that. All right, so also in the interior, you get an all digital instrument gauge, and also a nice, really nice big screen for the infotainment system right next to it. And as you can see, it has Apple CarPlay, but not just any standard Apple CarPlay. This actually has remote Apple CarPlay. So I've had several other vehicles with Apple CarPlay included, but every one of them I've had to plug in my phone via a USB cable to get it to actually hook up, which is not a big deal, but it's very nice to just jump in the car and it automatically just picks up your phone with Apple CarPlay and not have to go to that extra step of actually plugging it in. And it works great. And hope to see that from more manufacturers here in the near future. So also looking down a bit, you've got this really nice instrument cluster down here on the center console. So the previous BMW I had, the trim was like this fake wood plasticky looking stuff. So this metallic stuff they've got on this looks much better than that. The only thing we're missing in here, and you can see the car, we've got pretty, we went pretty basic with the options, but we didn't get the available shifter that looks like a diamond. So we're missing out there. The controls here are very easy to use. You see you've got your different driving modes there. Also, it does come with the automatic start-stop. So if you put it in sport, it'll automatically turn it off. Or if you're going to stay in comfort, you have to turn it off by pushing that button. Other than that, the cabin is just a really nice place to be. Everything feels pretty premium. The paddle shifters feel somewhat premium. You can kind of see on the back they're a little bit plasticky, but they do look nice and feel nice as well to shift with. So another nice touch is, and you can kind of see it here, this ambient lighting that goes around the cabin. You can change that to a few different colors, and it's a really nice touch. Now, during the day it looks decent. You really don't notice it all that much, but at night this really lights up the cabin and looks really good. So the other thing I want to mention that I've never seen or had in another vehicle is this center armrest. When I turn on my heated seat, this heats up too, which is seems totally extra and unnecessary, but I actually, once you get used to having it, it's actually quite nice. So that wraps up the car tour. That brings us to, the big question of the day is, would I buy this car again? And I really like it. The handling's great. Gets really good gas mileage. Really comfortable for the family to haul them around. So with vehicles, I'm the type of person who, once I've experienced something for a while, I'm ready to move on and experience something else. So I probably wouldn't buy a base model X5 again. But I would consider like an X5M or the trim level with the V8 engine. So overall, great experience with ownership of this vehicle. Would highly recommend it if you're interested. And if there's anything I've missed that you guys are curious about, let me know in the comments below and I'll get to your question. Appreciate you guys checking out the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.